enough is enough.
I will never be purchasing from a Korean-owned beauty supply store ever again.
I'm boycotting all Asian businesses.
After the death of Cyrus Carmack Belton, a lot of Black people are boycotting Asian establishments and businesses.
I agree with that. I agree with Black people wanting to boycott every single Asian business until our community can get our shit together. Because as a mother to a Blasian child, I do not want my child gunned down simply because he is Black. And even if I didn't have a Black child, that would still be my opinion. Because after 35 years, you think our community would have learned our lesson on what happened to Latasha Harlins. You think that we would have found a way to be in community with Black people. But instead, our community, consistently puts profit over people to the point where a bottle of water that is not even worth $1, a bottle of water that Cyrus did not even take, was the reason for his life being stolen from him.
Can you imagine? A bottle of water costing less than $1. This trivial item sparked the tragedy that took a young Black child's life. Why do some Asian communities prioritize profit over human dignity? This tragedy has ignited a powerful response. The Black community is united in calling for accountability. They are raising their voices collectively, saying Asian business owners must listen and understand. A 14-year-old high school student lost his life. Parents lost their son. The consequences are clear. Organized boycotts of Asian-owned businesses. This isn't arbitrary punishment. This is deliberate action to make this community feel the pain that Black families now endure. It's a call for empathy, understanding, and change. Some have labeled this backlash as anti-Asian, but these are consequences of a tragedy that should have never happened. When a community uses a child over something so meaningless, a reckoning follows. We're going to be examining these issues closely and discuss why many Black Americans are taking a stand against certain Asian-owned businesses. The pain is real. The response is understandable. And if you're enjoying watching this one, don't forget to click on the like button. And let me know what y'all think down there in the comment section. Let's get into it.
And so what if Black people are boycotting Asian businesses? If that's what it takes to wake our community up, more power to them. And I really need Asians to wake the fuck up. Because I'm tired of getting on this app every business week and having to talk about some fuck shit that some Asian person is doing to Black people. There's so many other things I want to talk about on this app. Domestic violence prevention, mosquito brains, because that's what I got my PhD in. My writing process and how I write sci-fi novels and how I write, yes, the small business that I run because I write those sci-fi novels. But instead, no, I always see some Asian doing some model minority stuff and then I feel a moral imperative to talk about it because it ends up in the death of innocent people like Cyrus Carmack Belton. I am sick of watching our country slide into fascism and watch the Asian vote be split because so many of us want to ally ourselves with our oppressors. And in my personal life, I'm tired of not being able to trust Asian people that I meet because so many of you would throw Asian people under the bus for white acceptance. And on top of that, a number of my friends are Black people, and I don't want to have anybody in my life who is unsafe for my friends. Model minority Asians are unsafe for Asians to be around as well, and they are potentially lethal for Black people. I don't want that in my community. Get that out. And if these Asian stores close, like the ones that opened up in Black neighborhoods, and then complain about Black people being there and do racist things to them and profile them, let the stores close. Y'all don't deserve to be there. Have some respect. I know Asian people love money. So Black people withholding their dollars might actually get through some of your thick skulls.
Stop going to these nail shops. Go ahead and find you a home-taught artist that is not Asian. Because they don't give a damn about our community. You keep giving them your dollars. Miss Tammy and Miss Kim do not give a damn about you. They just want your money. And another thing, stop going into these beauty supplies. They know nothing about what we need. They just know what we need, and then they get those products, and you guys go in there and buy every single thing from them. I don't step foot into an Asian beauty supply. It makes no sense for me. And I stopped going to nail salons long ago. I got me a home-taught artist, a little 19-year-old. And trust me, she does a way better job than them. My nails are not popping off every 5 minutes. So that's a start, ladies. Start in the nail salons and the beauty supplies.
Black people, boycott their businesses. Boycott all their businesses. We just watched 2 grown men run after a 14-year-old boy 130 yards and shoot him in the back. And the only way that they could possibly explain that is that he might have been slightly turned around when they shot him, while also holding a gun. Right? Right. And he shot 2 other people, so he was already trigger happy, and this wasn't his first rodeo. A large portion of the wealth in the Asian American group was also given to them by Black Americans by doing business with them. This is why primarily the large portion of their businesses is in solely Black neighborhoods. And like always, we shared our community with them. Black people, we are the only group of people in America that says do not shop with your own people. We are the only group in America that says do not put it together with your own people. And if you think that was put in place simply by Black people, then you're sadly mistaken, because that was set up by design. Even when these other groups of people are absolutely in the wrong, they shop with their people, they do business with their people, they uplift their people, they talk to their business people, and they give their people business advice for their people to do better financially. If you can share business advice, if you can partner up with, if you can spend your money with, do so. And we can criticize each other, we can uplift each other, we can give hard love to each other, but do business with your people and make it extremely clear why.
See, I had already started doing it, but it's time, Black folk. It's time. We know for a fact that this particular group of people would probably have to pack their bags and go back to their goddamn house if we didn't shop with them. Let's go and do it. I already started doing it a few years ago. I'm gonna be honest. Once I moved out toward the West Coast and actually met them, I said, shit, I got a chance to make money off of them because of my license and my profession. But I ain't giving them shit else. I think we need to start doing it.
So let's say that you, as a collective, you want to decide to take your Black dollars away from Asian businesses. The question here is, would it matter? The answer is no.
And this is the difference between Black Americans and Black immigrants, because their thought process always is centered around white acceptance or white supremacy acceptance, or things related to a system accepting them. And they really don't understand the race relations and the history behind the race relations in America. It's not that they don't have the intelligence to understand it, but they lack the experience. And you can see their response to white supremacy is just simply different. Black Americans taking back their Black dollars, I know you may think it's about centering white supremacy or whiteness or anything related, but it's not. It's about centering us. It's about taking back our power. It's about taking back something that we have given to other people. Us taking back our Black dollars is us taking back our energy, our power, our support for another group of people. And it is pouring it back into us. This is the one thing that white supremacy has taken the time out of their day to try to destroy. And that is Black people keeping the Black dollar in the Black community. Because at the end of the day, it's not about other groups. It's about us uplifting us. And that is what they cannot have. Asians will be fine. Any other group will be absolutely fine. But what they are so centered on in America is Black people not being fine and Black people not working together. Us taking back our Black dollar allows us to work more together.
To the Asian community, now you understand that racists don't pay your bills. A lot of you guys are coming out and saying, why hold us accountable for one person? No, it's not just that. We have been facing racism from the Asian community for quite some time. Even though everybody always forgive and go back to the nail salon or go back to ordering food or whatever, we have faced numerous counter with you guys. And suddenly we decided that we are going to treat you like the way you treat us. We are going to hold our money from you. I've always say racism does not pay your bills, so stop being racist. If you know that you have a couple people out here that have businesses and you are out here taking it lightly and not trying to support others and try to disrespect people and trying to do whatever you can, there's countless of time that I have been discriminated against within the Asian community, even though we don't come out and say something, but there are people Black people that actually go through it. It just shouldn't have to take a life for you guys to understand that we are serious. You understand me? It's been countless of time where we have been facing discrimination from the Asian community, and we still love you guys. We still support you guys. We still showed up. But this time, what we are saying, this young man lost his life behind something silly. a mother lose a son lost his life. He was only 14 years old. And yes, some of you guys may never understand, but this is bigger. This is way bigger than everything. What we're saying, racism is what we need to stop. We need y'all to stop it. We need to go to nail salon and not have you talking about how much the people are doing certain things. We need to be able to sit in the nail salon, not have you talking about us in your language, not having you yelling at us or treating us like we're not going to pay, because some of us, we're very respectful to you guys. We're very respectful to when we come in your nail salon, we make prices and we tell you, you made the prices, we come up, we agree with you. But what we notice is like you guys are being so rude. Sometimes we go to the store, you guys follow us around thinking that we're going to take something from your store. And honestly, truth be told, there's countless of people of other race who actually come and take stuff from your store, but because you guys are so busy trying to think that black people is the only one who take things, black people is the only one who actually are, no, you guys are wrong. And this is how we are saying to you that we are not going to take it anymore. We are not going to take it anymore. We are going to take what hurt you and we're going to use it. And what hurt you is our money. We're not going to come in your store and spend it with you. We're not going to order Chinese food. We're not going to go to the nail salon. We're not going to do any of the thing. We're not ordering from your products. We're not ordering. Honestly, I'm in Brooklyn and there's a place that I'm going right there is owned by a Mexican. And I used to go. I'm not going to any of these places anymore. I'm going to shop black-owned business. And this is what we are saying. We're saying that this community is doing us too wrong and we decided to stop. And I don't care. It doesn't matter anymore. We don't want to be racist. We're not trying to be racist. It's not about racism. This is bigger than racism. It's bigger. It's about you guys keep being racist towards us and we need it to stop. We are going to stick with black people, order from them, and go through it, because we cannot go through any more racism from you guys. It's a new year and we have to stand for something. If we don't stand for nothing, we have to stand for something. We can't have you guys always thinking that you can bully us and do all of these things and think that we're going to be okay with it, because you guys have done so much to black people and we took it. Now it's time for us to tell you that, hey, thanks for all the time that you were disrespecting us while we were paying for you to disrespect us. Now we're up on to the next level. We're going to go support each other. What's the problem with that? Why are you guys mad? Why are you guys mad? Because we're going to support each other now? No, get together and clean up this racism from your community. That's what you guys gonna need to. Because if you come to the state like everybody else, like my parents, and bring me here, what we need to do is not discriminate. We need to get together and we need to make things happen. Not trying to discriminate against anybody, thinking that you're on the other side, thinking that you're Caucasian when you're definitely not. Have you looked in the mirror? You're not Caucasian. You are Asian, and you have to respect it and own that. And then guess what? Go with the people who support you the most. Black people support you guys the most. Not white, black.
They are the only race that is okay upholding white supremacy, knowing they'll be second. And they're okay with being second because if they're second, other people won't treat them the way that they treat like black people and Pacific Islanders. You know what I mean? And obviously this isn't all Asians. I hate the fact that I have to say that, but you know, y'all on TikTok, it's like, I hate people with black hair. I have black hair. Like, shut the fuck up. But yeah, I mean, they have a unique sense of racism. I mean, a lot of them hate the fact that they're not white. But as long as they're worshiping someone white to be above them, all their happiness comes the fuck back.
I really want black people to get off the internet making think pieces about this whole thing and start putting their money where their mouth is. Stop talking. Y'all should not be in these Korean hair stores, Chinese hair stores, corner stores, restaurants, nail salons, nothing. I don't know why y'all been not doing it. Again, if nothing else wasn't enough, if history wasn't enough to show y'all how that community really feels, how all these communities feel about black people, but that community, because they're the ones at the topic at hand right now, the election should have showed y'all. And some of y'all still took that as a joke. Just like y'all stopped shopping at Target and some coons are still there. I know coons are still going to be up in these people establishments, but get the fuck out.
And I need the Black community to be serious about boycotting Asian businesses. A change absolutely needs to happen. 14-year-old Cyrus, forever 14, because a Asian man, Rick Chow, pew-pewed him in the back for walking into his store, picking up water bottles, and putting them back down. Dollar water bottles wasn't worth this little boy's life. And let's not forget that his Asian wife was the one that instructed him that Cyrus had stolen. See, Asian women can be just as detrimental to Black men and Black little boys as white women when they tell their lies. And Asian men are just as harmful as white men. Y'all come into our neighborhoods, y'all own our grocery stores, our corner stores, our beauty supplies, our gas stations, our dry cleaners. You overcharge us and you treat us like criminals every time we step into the business. When you open up a nail salon slash eyebrow, your biggest customers are Black women. We put the most money into the Asian community, and y'all match us with discrimination. Black people, we gotta put our foot down. We cannot continue to put money into the Asian community to continue to be met with them being the model minority and perpetuating the same harm as white people.
You learning in real time they don't like us. They never have. We got nothing but love for them. And the minute something happened, they have no kind of hesitation to let us know they don't like us. Watching and growing up, Asians, when something happens to Asians, they keep their head down and they don't want confrontation.
We know for a fact that this particular group of people would probably have to pack their bags and go back to their goddamn house if we didn't shop with them. Let's go and do it. I already started doing it a few years ago. I'm gonna be honest. Once I moved out toward the West Coast and actually met them, I said, shit, I got a chance to make money off of them because of my license and my profession. But I ain't giving them shit else. I think we need to start doing it.
So the first thing is you have to build coalition. You have to build coalition in your community. You can't just come online saying you're never going to eat Chinese food again and think that's a successful boycott. It's not. You need a group of people who are going to determine which stores locally that you are going to boycott. And that leads to my next point. Keep it local. Unlike the Civil Rights Movement and the Black Panther Party, we do not have centralized leadership, meaning that in order for a nationwide boycott to be successful, it has to be a coalition of localized boycotts. After you build that coalition, you need a list of demands. A lot of people online are talking about boycotting until when? What are your list of demands? Here are some feasible list of demands. You are going to boycott these establishments until their stores make a statement disavowing anti-Blackness within their communities. You're going to boycott these stores until they make a statement and donate to insert organization here as they disavow anti-Blackness within the Asian community. You're going to boycott these stores until Cyrus gets justice. And you expect these stores to also disavow Rick Chow publicly. In order for this boycott to be successful with these specific stores and in your specific communities, you're also going to have to be in communication with these businesses. You're going to have to let them know that there is a boycott and these are listed demands, and you're going to ask them to meet them. And if they meet them, you do not boycott. And if they do not meet them, you boycott them until they do. This might also look like holding up signs outside of the store, not on their property so the cops don't get called on you, but within enough distance of these shops and stores so that people who are going in to patronize these stores can see you, hear you, read the signs, and choose to bring their business elsewhere. You do not incite violence. You do not get upset when people ignore your signs, right? You are doing that so that your boycott can be successful. And if these stores choose to work with you and to meet your demands, then you stop boycotting them. Because you also cannot forget that you're doing the boycott for a goal. Thirdly, you need to offer alternatives to the businesses, to the goods, and to the services that you're boycotting. The Montgomery bus boycott did that by offering ride shares and carpools. So if you're boycotting a nail salon, you need to also find out places in your community that offer nail services, hair services. The food can get a little tricky, saying that you're going to boycott a restaurant, for example, that means that you either are going to have to stick it out, find a restaurant that offers similar food that is not the ones that are local, or only patronizing a Chinese or Asian restaurant that has complied with the boycott demands. Now, all of that is going to take work, but it's part of a successful boycott. Remember, not all Asian people are to blame for this tragedy, but the relationship between Asian Americans and the Black community does need to be addressed. And it's a lot easier to be upset at people and businesses who do not meet the demands that you make when our people are being murdered, rather than an entire group of people. Good luck and Godspeed.
We see it every day. Asian-owned beauty stores, nail salons, liquor stores, and small businesses throughout Black neighborhoods. These businesses thrive because Black Americans patronize them consistently and loyally. Yet these same business owners rarely establish similar enterprises in their own communities. They recognize where the purchasing power lies. This is not coincidence, it is strategic economic positioning. Black donors have sustained these businesses for generations, enabling owners to send their children to elite universities, build generational wealth, purchase homes, and establish financial security for their families. The economic impact is profound and undeniable. Without Black community support, these businesses would never have survived their critical early years. Yet, this economic relationship has often been one-sided, extracting wealth from the community while providing little in return beyond basic services. Despite this economic interdependence, we continue to witness anti-Black sentiment from some Asian business owners. We see them adopting white supremacist attitudes and distancing themselves from the communities that built their success. We see them profiling Black customers as thieves without a cause, throwing them in stores and treating them with suspicion and contempt. Store owners position themselves behind plexiglass barriers not as safety measures but as symbol of distrust. These actions communicate a clear message. Black money is welcome, but Black people are not. This pattern is not isolated incident. It is systemic behavior that has been documented across multiple cities and decades. Business owners train their employees to view Black customers with suspicion. They implement policies that specifically target Black shoppers. They contribute to a culture where their own families absorb racist stereotypes about the communities they profit from. This hypocrisy is at the heart of the current frustration. The fundamental contradiction is this. If you are comfortable accepting Black dollars, you must be comfortable respecting Black humanity. Economic partnerships demand mutual respect. If Asian business owners value Black purchasing power, which generates their livelihood, they must also value Black lives and demonstrate understanding of Black struggles. You cannot extract wealth from a community while simultaneously degrading its members. This is not about charity or handout. This is about basic reciprocity. When a business owner builds their empire on the backs of a community, the community has earned the right to demand dignity in return. Too many business owners have treated this as one-way transaction. Take Black money, show Black disrespect, and repeat that over and over again. Black Americans are tired of it, and that is why they have decided to make this decision of boycotting Asian-owned businesses in the US. The roots of this tension run deeper than the current events. Asian immigrants arrived in America at a time when institutional racism had already established itself. Some Asian business owners seeking to establish themselves with the racial hierarchy adopted anti-Black attitudes as a strategy to gain acceptance from the white America. By distancing themselves from Black communities and adopting stereotypes about Black people, they attempted to position themselves as model minorities, a position granted only by accepting and reinforcing anti-Black racism. This historical choice has consequences. It created a pattern where economic success came at the cost of community dignity. Generational wealth was built not just through hard work, but through complicity in a system that devalued Black lives. Now, multiple generations later, that legacy persists in the attitudes of store owners who never lived through immigration but inherited prejudices. Black Americans have made a unified decision. They will boycott Asian-owned beauty stores, nail salons, liquor stores, and grocery stores across major cities in America, from New York to LA and beyond. In all neighborhoods where black communities are the primary customer base, this boycott will continue until Asian business owners acknowledge that their business was able to succeed because of the black economic power and seek genuine reconciliation with the black community as a whole. This boycott is strategic and purposeful. It targets the only leverage point that has proven effective: economic power. When words of respect go unheeded, when dignity is repeatedly rejected, communities must use their purchasing power as a tool for accountability. This is not punishment for punishment's sake. It is a concrete action designed to create the conditions for necessary change. Two Asian Americans who reject anti-black racism and harmful stereotypes. Stand with this publicly. Help us hold accountable those within your community who perpetuate racism. Use your voice, your platform, and your influence. This is not about attacking all Asians or blaming entire communities for individual actions. This is about challenging the destructive pattern within a community and demanding that it stops. Allies are needed now more than ever. To Asian business owners who have benefited from black communities, listen to this message. Understand that your success is not a result of your superiority or your community's work ethic alone. It is directly tied to black community patronage. Recognize the anti-black attitudes within your establishment. Retrain your staff. Change your policies. Apologize genuinely. And most importantly, demonstrate through consistent action that you value black customers as not revenue sources, but as human beings deserving of respect and dignity. To black Americans considering this boycott, remember that today's injustice could affect any of you tomorrow. When one community member is unsafe or disrespected, none of you are truly safe. Fight for your community's collective well-being, not just for one person, but for everyone. Your participation in this boycott is an investment in the community's safety and dignity for the future generations. The tragedy that sparked this movement has awakened justified anger across the entire black community. The anger is not irrational, it is a natural response to repeated disrespect, economic extraction, and dehumanization. But it is also purposeful and directed toward meaningful change. This is a moment for accountability, reflection, and transformation. The question now is whether the Asian business owners will listen, whether Asian Americans will stand up, and whether we can build communities based on mutual respect rather than one-sided extraction. That was it for today, y'all. You know what you think about this mass boycott action that are being taken by many black Americans? Do y'all support that? Or are you against it? Share your opinions down there in the comment section. If you have enjoyed watching this episode, make sure you click on that like button and subscribe for more interesting episodes. Mr. TA, your African father, signing off.